Hello, and welcome back to Scars of Disorder, episode 25. Wow,
That's too many times.
So it's a milestone, right? 25.
That's right. That's too many,
50,
though.
Big 50. Yeah,
It's too many. This is the last episode.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, yeah. We're. This is the finale. Welcome to the finale. No, I'm kidding.
It's not enough.
It's a joke.
It's never enough.
It's never enough. Never enough. Avatar Legends. Wow. 2025.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
There you go. When I was 25, that's when I stopped being on my parents' health insurance at 25.
That's true. Yeah.
They were like, you know what? We're so proud of you. We have so much faith in you that we're gonna jump the gun and we're gonna do this a year early. And I was like, thank you so much, guys. So there you go. So there's that.
It's good that you can laugh at that, buddy.
Yeah.
I got married very young, and immediately my parents were like, "You're off. You're done." I was like, "Jeez, I work catering. Why am I off your insurance?"
Hey, it'll save them like $100 a month.
You are kidding. You're gonna
You
run
might
the
die
world someday, Justin.
They
But,
needed that to pay my brother's student loans.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Were yours paid?
Oh no, absolutely not. Why would they
Yeah, I
pay for
figured.
their oldest? Why would they pay for their oldest son's student loans? The
It's not
one,
very
the
Asian
one
of
who
them.
decided to follow in the father's footsteps of being a pastor and went to a very pricey Christian liberal arts college. Why would they pay for that person?
That makes no sense.
know?
That makes no sense.
You know,
I've got more. I've got more. I can go on it, but I'm not.
I know you do. I know you do.
Hey, we have our banter. No, I'm kidding.
How have your parents screwed you?
Ugh.
But yeah, you know, what are we talking about?
I actually, what I want to ask for just a little like banter. I obviously was super prepared and I had banter questions prepared, but they all
You literally said that you had one last Thursday.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
We finished the episode of The Forge with you going, I have a banter question for the next Scars of Disorder episode.
Oh, we really, yeah. That's crazy. I've forgotten.
We literally have that on record. Like, we have that recorded.
It probably had something to do with superheroes. No, I was for next Forge episode.
Oh.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling you were
because
talking about the Forge.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
About this.
yeah. I wanted to ask Sam to give us his best K-pop Demon Hunter pitch. The elevator K-pop Demon Hunter pitch.
I feel like you already gave it to us.
Yeah, I'm also just super shocked that it's me is the only one who's watched this.
It's kind of surprising.
I have been wanting to watch it. I just have not found the time.
Yeah.
Same.
It has been on my list of things to watch.
And someone in my house is watching it.
There you
So I
go.
count that as, because I'm the one paying for Netflix, so I count it as my watch.
Yeah, you're watching it. Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty good.
It's one of those things where I know I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
So you have no rush to get to it? I can't
So I
talk.
never
I still haven't
watched
seen
it.
Parasite.
You're so right. No,
I
I'm
think
actually
the way that I would frame K-pop Demon Hunters in my own house as a dad who has 2 elementary aged kids.
Mm.
The way that K-pop Demon Hunters, from like concept to characters to songs, is running through my house is extremely evocative of prime Disney. Like, we are talking like Little Mermaid, Lion King, Aladdin level sort of gravitation and obsession with this movie. And I think it's really interesting because we've almost pushed past the relevance of the House of Mouse in the cultural zeitgeist. And this movie is from the same studio which produced the painterly-esque Puss in Boots, but the smash global sensation of Spider-Verse as well. And the way that it pins in like our world, it's pulling from the K-pop phenomenon and is also pulling from aspects of like Korean culture, which is very well represented visually throughout the movie, both modern and historical, in a way that I've never seen done. So you have like this cultural moment in terms of an animation studio that is doing things right and is connecting with people. It's got music that's happening that is also like very, very tangible across age groups. And it has sort of this like hook and obsession factor as well. So that's my pitch. I think that
was really good.
you watch it
That was a
now,
really good
Pitch.
it is
Strong
like
pitch.
Disney in the 90s.
Strong pitch. I do like pretty much all of the recent Sony animation pictures that have come
Yeah.
out. So
Puss in Boots Last Wish was, I was
Mitchell's
so
versus
pleasantly surprised by
Machines,
that.
the Spider-Verse movies.
Pleasantly surprised. I was blown away. That movie was really good.
That was really good.
I just wasn't expecting. Remember the last Puss in Boots movie? Puss in
No,
Boots.
I didn't watch it.
Puss
I
in Boots
literally
movie?
skipped to Last Wish and just
I
watched
also
that, and
have
it was
not-
amazing.
I also have
So
not watched
good.
the first one.
No, it's so good though. Yes,
I was going to say too, I feel like it's also pulling from demon hunting, which is also something we're all familiar with as a
Yes.
culture and in the zeitgeist. As
Yes.
That's probably the most relevant piece.
for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
All right, all you folks back home, go to therapy, hunt your demons.
And listen
Oh,
to
I was
K-pop.
speaking. I wasn't speaking metaphorically.
Oh,
I was
Wow,
off
dude.
camera for a little bit because I had to go punch a demon in the face.
oh,
Nice.
that's
Johnny
sick.
would approve.
Well, you heard it here. That's the pitch. K-pop, sponsor us.
They will.
Please. Nah,
Just
no
hold.
reason to. There's your unsponsored ad for K-pop.
K-pop.
Honestly, I feel like I just have a feeling this is going to be a bulky episode. How about we get into it? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Previously, on Scars of Disorder, our young heroes left Tuzin to continue their journey after the initial search for Czech by Poe's deputies came up fruitless. Teto shared the news of his encounter with June to the rest of the group, learning that it might not just be the Empty Moon pirates who have a vested interest in them and their friends. But with no court trials to attend and no explodey guys in their immediate vicinity, the young benders proceeded on their journey to the Eastern Air Temple, coming up on the mountainous region, taking up the southeastern edge of the Earth Kingdom. They set up camp, where Haru not only learned of Feng's mysterious past, but also began training with him in the rare art of glass bending. Ling Hrong had some hard conversations on who she was, who she is, who she wants to be. Tetu also had a pretty difficult, much-needed talk with Mei, where he had admitted to leaving her back in the center of the singing path and ended up giving her that strange dagger he had found in the center structure of the maze. The night that followed held a nightmare for Mei, where she dreamt she was in the dome in the center of the path. Some voice told her that she must find Faye, and she saw what she thought was her sister, but before being able to touch her and before waking up, she saw the image of some malformed spirit pulling her into the dark. And that's where we will actually open Mei. You jolt awake, and you find yourself clutching this dagger to your chest. First off, whatever influenced you to have that dream is attempting to shift your balance toward force. You can either just accept it, shift your balance, or you can attempt to resist it.
I'm going to attempt to resist it.
Awesome. So you just roll. Let me look, see if you have any relevant conditions. You do not. So just roll 2d6.
10.
Wow. Beautiful. So on a 10 plus, choose 2. And you can choose 2 of these 3 options. You can clear a condition or mark growth by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift your balance toward the opposite principle, or learn what their principle is.
I want to learn what their principle is.
You want to learn what their principle is. I actually have it here. Let me just find it. I'm gonna go back to the Singing Path arc. You know, should have been prepared, but at least I have notes of all this, right?
Nick, what's the elevator pitch for K-pop Demon Hunter?
Yes.
Am I just supposed to say it all over again, or?
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to hear your take.
Okay. Here we go. The only thing I've seen of the entire show is a GIF of one of the K-pop Demon Hunters
It's like eating or
a
drinking,
maki
right?
roll.
Yes.
Yeah, eating a maki roll. In what is frankly the most incorrect, just wrong way that should ever be portrayed, immediately made me want to see the movie, show, whatever it is. I don't even know. I still don't know. It's a movie. I think it's a movie.
It was very silly. Like, I have seen some people like, look at how dumb this looks. I'm like, that looks kind of funny, honestly.
It looks really funny, but just like the whole idea that there is a scene like that,
Yeah.
Here we go.
specifically concerning a maki roll in that movie, I just was like, I have to see this. I have to see this movie. So
All
there you
right. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful pitch. I definitely was paying attention to and will remember everything you just said. The principle of this entity is envy.
Let me write that down.
Yes. Maybe write it down and like make it clear where it is, because I had to search. I was like, oh, that was a lot farther back than I thought. I guess there's a whole arc between then and now. But yes, the principle is envy. So you've chosen your first option, learn what the principle is. Now you have a choice between either clearing condition or marking growth by immediately acting to prove them wrong, or shifting your balance toward the opposite principle.
I think I'm going to. You said I can mark growth, right?
Yeah, by acting to
Yeah.
immediately prove them wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. And basically, just to clarify what they actually wanted, well, obviously, they were trying to sort of manipulate you and using the voice of your mother to tell you that finding Faye is like a little more urgent than you might think it is. And I think that was the main message that was attempting to be gotten across, you know? So I guess what do you do to immediately act to prove them wrong? You wake up. I guess to get a lay of the scene. I said it's pretty early in the morning. Would anyone else be awake at this time?
Ling's an early riser. She's out there.
Okay.
I think Karu normally is, but they're asleep. I think they're tuckered out from the last couple days.
That makes sense.
Look at
That makes sense. So yeah, May, you wake up, like I said, your dagger clenched to your chest. You probably wake up in like this cold sweat.
Teto's asleep.
Teto's asleep.
Ling's like making breakfast. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's going on?
Nothing. I just hide the dagger underneath I guess my stuff or whatever I carry around with me, and then I just join Ling.
Yeah,
Just a bedroom.
yeah, bedroom. That's fair. I also had a bed dream.
Yeah. well, like, have you ever had one that's kind of like a little too close to home?
Yes. I pretty consistently dream of one of the worst thing that's ever happened to me. So it's pretty much all close to home.
Yeah, I guess I get that.
What do you want to talk about your dream? You don't have to, but if you want.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just most of the time when I dream, like I don't even remember. So when I do remember, it's weird. And then, but yeah, what are we making?
Well, we still have all this yeast, so trying to figure something out for that. There is normal food. I'm also trying to like. So I cooked bacon already, but I was trying to like make something out of the grease and the yeast. It's not really working.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
It's kind of like a freaky pancake.
Beautiful. Justin put greased in the
like yeast.
the
Greased.
Get
Yes,
greased.
yes, I call it greased. It's horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure. Yeah, don't eat it. Don't eat that for sure. I think we also have some actual like flour and bread that we could make. So just don't worry about that.
I think at some point the three Earth sages start stirring awake. Oh, I smell greased.
You were just awake, right? Like you were just waiting for an opportunity to.
I always try to wake up with a joke. This is Mohen speaking, by the way.
I mean,
they say if you start your day with a joke, then everyone will always be happy for the rest of their lives.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about it. You'll just be happy.
Oh, but you have to do it every day.
Oh, you can't. It's not about. It doesn't help that you're a joke. It's just that.
I don't know.
You have to say the joke. Is that what makes you happy?
Yes.
So I guess you can't be the joke. You have to say the joke.
Sad news. Sad news for sure.
Mohen will just begin. One will just look like slightly defeated, and then just start brewing tea over the fire. Everyone can clear 3 fatigue because they slept at camp. If you have any fatigue to clear. Wow. Once again, Justin, I looked through the clearing fatigue. So sleeping rough, like a night spent on the cold ground with rocks for a bed, clear 2 fatigue. Okay. A night's rest in a covered stable or barn clears 3 fatigue.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're the GM. You can tell.
I need to justify myself, you know.
Wait, what was the third one?
You're in charge.
The third one is a night's rest in a comfortable space, like an actual house, with a mat underneath you and blanket over you, clear 4 fatigue.
See, that's slightly different than what we got in here.
Yeah,
sorry. Just in the sheet. I'm just gonna figure it out. Fix it.
It's probably from the playtest. That's why.
What does a week's worth of rest get you? Is that clear 5 fatigue? Yeah, I thought so.
5.
Okay,
yeah.
So they just changed the scale slightly. I'm just gonna update it for everyone.
Heck yeah. But yeah. What does everyone else do when they wake up? I think as the sun begins to raise a little higher in the air, shine a little more of its yellow glow upon the horizon, you can actually, and as the morning fog like clears a little bit, you can see In the distance, what must be the town of Gaudu, flanked by the beautiful and massive mountain range in the southeastern corner of the Earth Kingdom. So you can see your next destination. You obviously can't see the Eastern Air Temple from here because there are mountains in the way. And distance. But does anyone else spend their morning doing anything of interest?
Not really, but Teto, when he wakes up, he'll go up to Mohen and be like, "Okay, I'm ready for the joke. Joke of the day."
Oh, I already said it. You missed it.
Oh, can you do it again?
Oh. He looks around as if he forgot, and he just walks away and starts brewing tea.
Oh, Mohen, you've changed. I hope that somebody didn't insult you.
It's all right. I'll be fine.
Okay, I've always got your back. You're my favorite.
You see Riho just go, "Oh."
Riho, you know this.
You're right.
You know what you did.
I don't deserve to be your favorite. You're so right, Teto.
What is happening?
I don't know. Is Haru awake?
No, Ling was. I was not asking that of you. Ling said that out loud in response to this situation.
I love it.
I don't think they are. I think they're sleeping.
Yeah. I think Feng then will wake up Haru with a cup of tea.
Oh.
Oh.
Morning.
Oh, a long night, huh?
No, actually, it was it was the quietest night I've ever had.
Well, you deserve it, and you deserve this. It's tea that Mohen made. I have no idea how it's going to be because Mohen made it, but I'm sure it'll suffice.
No, Feng. Thank you. I didn't dream last night about everyone that I've hurt.
And you normally do?
Every night.
Hmm.
And I feel worried, but I feel also not worried, and then I feel guilty that I feel not worried.
You don't need to feel guilty about not feeling worried. You don't need to feel worried. There's no immediate wrong right now. Obviously, there is in the world overall, but it's not your responsibility alone, Haru.
I don't want to forget them.
And you shouldn't. They are a part of you just as the people who have made a good influence on your life, if you understand what I'm saying. They've made you who you are now. And that is a bright young person with extraordinary abilities.
Okay. All right. I hear you. Do more training tonight?
Yes, if we can find the time and space, I'm more than willing.
All right. Holding you to it.
All right. Yeah. Everyone wakes up, does their thing. Mohen and Riho play some patty cake. If nothing else happens, you guys just set on the road?
Think so?
Yes.
Heck. Yeah. So yeah, same business as usual. May, I'm guessing, goes to ride on Ray and everyone else rides in the wagon. It's actually very interesting, May, as you lift your leg up to go.
Teto will take his glider and he'll
nice.
do some gliding.
Yeah.
Sport.
So watch out, there are centipede dragons in these parts. Just kidding, there aren't. That'd be terrifying though, isn't it? That's an image to put in your head, right? No, I love it though. I love it, Techo. May, something happens when you kick up your leg to go to mount Ray. The dagger, the hilt of it slips out of your pocket a little bit, and Ray kind of snarls and hisses in reaction to that, kind of like backs up a little bit from you.
What's wrong?
And he's just looking at your pocket, growling for a little bit. But then suddenly he just like stops. And then lowers himself for you to get on up there.
Well, I just pull it out anyway and I show it to him.
He looks at it. Are you trying to hide this in particular, or do you not really care at all? You know, he sees this. All right.
I don't know what this is.
You're so right. You are so right.
I don't know what this is, so I don't see a reason to like. But I know what it is, but May doesn't know what it is. So I don't know why she would try to hide it.
Ray's pupils like dilate like massively as he's just like, his head tilts a little bit as he's just looking at what this thing is. He almost goes to like sniff it, then like winces again. But then he just like turns away, almost as if he's uninterested now.
Well, I stick it back in my hilt, and then I climb on to his back.
All right. As I said, the town of Gaudu, you could see on the horizon, meaning that it's bigger than Tuzin. It's definitely not the bustling like multi-district town like city that Gaoling is, but it's being like kind of a tourist spot because in this like region, it's the town you have to pass through to get through the mountain path, right? And people coming from and going through the mountains have to pass through here, so it's a pretty well-sized town, and I think it only takes
Danny, I know that Teto has knowledge of this town, and
yes.
From his vantage point, I think he wants to sort of survey what's going on. So I'd like to assess the situation.
I love it. Give me that.
I got a 6 plus 2 is an 8.
Awesome. So you can ask one of the situation questions.
And again, I just want like a general lay of the land, like what's going on, like what seems to be popping, where seems to be popular, if there's any weirdness going on. So what should I be on the lookout for?
Yes. And are you like doing like a flyby? Like, are you like flying over the town, like pretty close? Or are you trying to stay pretty high and trying not to draw like too much attention to yourself?
I would say like maybe a little bit higher, so that he can see the whole situation and make an arc. He's not low enough where he's buzzing people, but if people look up, they'll see from afar that there is an airbender on a glider making a circle.
You see that, as I said, the town it sees like a pretty hefty amount of traffic. Even this early in the morning, you can see there are vendors on the streets selling various things. People just walking through the various, winding streets of this town. You can sort of see like the traffic coming towards and from the mountain pass. What should you be on the lookout for? I think with your knowledge of this town, you know that this was pretty much a given that you guys would pass through this town, given where you guys are coming from, right? Especially given you guys were coming from Tuzin and the part of the jungle that you guys came out of. And so, Teto, you can pretty safely expect anyone who might be following you or hunting you guys would also assume that you guys would have to pass through this town as well. Yeah?
Yeah. And I think with
So-
that knowledge, like he thinks about like the various threats that have been tracking them. The Empty Moon pirates after the encounter with Juosan, but more recently he's thinking about June Beifong and the fact that June Beifong knows that this group is going to the Eastern Air Temple. He also knows that the communication has been intercepted between June and Jiang. So he feels okay about that. So he almost wants to look and see if he can get the drop, because I think he suspects that June might be in this town. And if June is in any way linked with the Empty Moon pirates, he wants to be ready for that.
I love it. I love it. And here's what I'll say, especially keeping in mind that you have a +1 ongoing to act on any of this. You got a good look at June, right? Like that was like you guys had like an I was gonna say intimate encounter. You didn't, but you guys had like a.
I don't know.
Okay,
Teto was knocked out, so.
Oh God. No, yeah. So you got a good look at him, right? You got to look at what he's wearing, his mannerisms. So it'd be definitely easier for you to pick him out once you guys get into town. Yeah.
Okay. I think then Teto's gonna circle back and land and let the group know that like the town is as expected for a normal mountain pass town, yet at the same time we should have even more caution because it's almost like a choke point. And that people who would be looking for us would be there. We should still go through because that's the way to the Eastern Air Temple, but we should be vigilant.
We'll just follow Lang's advice, right? We're all just yeast merchants, all right?
We truly have enough to completely sell that story.
That sounds like a great idea.
Mohen goes, we'll call ourselves the Yeasty Geezers.
Just nope.
Yes. I
Nope.
love it.
We don't need a name. We don't need a name.
The Greasty Yeeters.
Nope. Look, if you say a specific name and people ask about us, they're gonna point us in their direction. Just say you're a yeast merchant. All right.
Teto's already starting to put the yeasty heaters painted on the side of the wagon.
His girl pulls out paint, starts painting.
There's some battles you just have to let go.
It's too specific of a lie, Lang. They're gonna find us.
Oh, you're 100% correct. But there's absolutely no way we're going to survive this.
2 E's or 3 E's?
At 4. How about 5? 5 E's.
Okay. Danny, one of my bad habits is vandalism. Does this count?
Yes.
Okay, but is it vandalism if it belongs to you?
Amongst all of us, and many of us, several of us have
the wagon
voiced.
belongs to the Balu spiral.
Well, there's also that.
Well,
But I feel like at this point we own it, and we also literally said, "Don't do that." And you were like, "Whatever."
Yeah,
It's up to me.
I think it's fun. So I'm gonna let you do it.
Yeah, the miss is literally a draws unwanted attention.
Yeah.
It's kind of perfect, man.
Keep your balance towards survival and roll with that.
I will.
It's gonna be rolling with a hefty
Okay.
-2.
Good.
That's okay.
Good.
I got the good dice out. Ooh, it's a 6.
Dice.
Minus 2 is 4.
Perfect.
So, on a
So
miss,
literally
you're caught by
exactly
someone
what Haru
dangerous
said.
or powerful, and they complicate your life.
I mean, if it was me, Danny, I would just say like it's not going to happen right now, but it will happen in the future because you've literally
So
pointed like a giant
as-
arrow towards yourself.
Yeah.
Teto is very proud of his
what
his
is it?
sign
What is
on
it? Which name did you choose?
Yeasty Eaters.
The Greasy Eaters.
No,
Greasy
yeasty eater.
Yeast eaters.
The
Yeasty.
first one he said was yeasty geezers.
It's a
That's actually
combination
kind of
of
good.
two.
Yeah, they just started to
Wrote
form
the wrong
together in
one.
Teto's mind. Yeah, just,
It's the Yeasty Eaters now.
So as you finish painting this tattoo and you guys are on the path to Gaudu, as you get closer, the various other paths kind of merge, and there are more people, other wagons, some caravans making their way from and to Gaudu along with you guys. There are definitely some like merchant caravans who like they pass you guys, and like the various passengers and drivers are just looking at the signage of yeasty geezers on the side of your guys'
Oh,
wagon.
you're
Like,
saying it wrong. Teto's very proud of his sign, and he's almost like walking like with his
Yeasty
chest
eaters, yeah.
out and like drawing attention, kind of like opening his arms, like yawning real loud, and then kind of pointing with his arms to the Yeasty Eater sign.
As you're and you're just walking, right? At this point, Teto, because you had or are you on the wagon?
I think walking.
Walking at this point, yeah. So as like you are walking and you're sort of like yawning and like trying to like draw attention to the sign, you slow down a bit and you feel something bump into your back, and you feel like a little snarl as you turn around and you see this large creature being ridden by someone. His nose is almost that of like how a mole's nose looks. It's a sheer shoe that is being ridden on. And you see the person riding this sheer shoe is this man with a bow on his back. And he's wearing what looks to be like repurposed Fire Nation armor. Yeah. And it has like a feathered, almost like mohawk shape on the top of it. On like top of his helmet. And he sort of just gazes at you as he had just bumped into you a little bit with a sheer shoe. He stops and just sort of just stares at you a little bit as he's sitting on top of the sheer shoe.
And Teto will look back at this guy and fully in the yeast vendor persona say, "Would you be needing some yeast?"
Like, why is he talking like that?
Because that's how he thinks a yeast vendor should talk.
there's really no way of knowing.
All right. Well,
We be having yeast.
Are you gonna get out of my way?
Be you need the yeast?
The sheer shoe starts like growling at you.
Beto, that's a pretty dangerous animal. You should definitely get back over here, and you should get out of the way.
We gotta sell this yeast. This yeast is not gonna sell itself.
True, but not to that one. That man is not interested. That person is not interested.
Standing pretty close to our yeast, though. Maybe they are.
Ling, as you started talking in the wagon, it sort of drew his attention to you, this stranger. And as he looks at you, he almost has this look of confusion. But then he looks at you and a smirk washes across his face as he just stares at you now, and then just proceeds on his way.
Oh, well. That was unpleasant. He's definitely going to try to kill me.
And now he's got Teto scent.
Not if we offer him a good deal. Best yeast prices in Gaudu.
Someone else bumped into you, Teto, and this time it's an old man with a cane. Oh, did you say yeast?
Sure did.
Oh, I love
Guy.
yeast. It's my favorite.
Well,
That's my name, Guy.
We come to the right wagon.
Okay.
Good.
I mean,
This is as far as this is all Teto knows. He doesn't actually have any sort of transactional knowledge.
They will step down and like absolutely rake this man over the coals for how much yeast he's like, just overcharge the absolute hell out of him.
But all I have are 6 copper.
Like, then I can only give you 3 stones worth of yeast.
Okay. And he just gives you the 6 copper. He has to like take his like pouch and turn it upside down, and 6 copper and like a little like lint bunny fall out into your hand.
Oh. She like turns and like bites them just to make sure that they're not fake.
I'm gonna take this yeast and I'm gonna turn it to a massive profit. I'm gonna be the king of yeast. And he grabs it and just starts skipping away.
Another satisfied customer.
Yeah, well, if he tries to measure that, he won't be. Anyways, let's go.
Yeah, as you continue down the path, you notice the path gets a little more crowded, and you all have like lost sight of the Shearshoe mounted mystery man. But yeah, I'm sure he'll come up later. You get into town. It's bustling. There are vendors. There are merchants. As you kind of make your way into like the main like town square, you actually hear this young boy standing on top of this box yelling something, saying, "This just in! Beifong Ballroom Massacre! 2 Beifong dies in the scuffle! Earth King awaits news from new flying boar head, Jiang Beifong, telling who the perpetrators were." And he's tossing crumpled up paper at people's heads. And they're like, "Ah!" And they're like opening it up, and it's like little scrolls just saying exactly what he just said.
Teto says, "Remember, June might be around here looking for us, so let's keep up this yeast vendor thing. I think it's working really good for us."
Hey, Teto.
Yeah.
Maybe draw a little less attention to us, though.
I mean, like, I feel like that goes against good marketing.
Okay, but again, we're not actually yeast merchants.
You know what? You're right. You are totally right. Just got so caught up in it. Yeasty eaters.
We could tell. It's all right.
I'm just trying to let you have your fun, but I think we need to remind you.
I just figured we couldn't stop you, so.
You all are so right. I think I'm gonna take a little space. Teto's gonna walk away from the temptation of the yeast wagon.
Pretending to be a yeast merchant.
Yeah, and at this point they're like kids, kind of more. It's just in awe of the painting on the side of it, just crowding around the wagon, like peeking in, looking around. May, you feel a tug at the like cloth at the ankle of your pants, and there's this little boy standing there, and he goes, "What's that?" And he's pointing at Ray.
That's a what is he? That's a panther ray. Sorry.
That's not real. Those are made up.
There's one right there.
Is it hurting you that you're on him?
Not really.
Is it hurting? Sorry. Is it hurting him that he's on? That you're on? Who are you? What's yeet?
I'm May, and you can ask Ling about yeast because she knows everything about yeast. That's Ling over there, and I point to Ling.
He's like chasing the children away with like a broom. Like
he just starts yelling, "Ling, Ling, Ling!"
What?
Oh, thank God! He runs up to you. What's yeet? Yeet.
She just hits him on the head with a broom. Yeah.
He turns back at me. Why did you do this to me?
She knows everything
and
about
she like
you.
pushes him. She pushes him with the stick, just like pushes him away. Go on. Animals.
I
Did
think
we lose
May-
anything? Did they steal anything out of the cot? She starts looking through.
You look at Rihu, and he's just missing a perfectly circular portion of his robe right on his chest. It's just been cut away. And he's like, I don't know what happened. It all happened so fast.
Haru's just standing off to the side looking at everyone getting caught up in this, and he's like, this is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea.
You know, Haru, I really couldn't have known that one-off comment that we could tell people that we were yeast merchants would go this far.
I was with you. I thought it was the perfect cover, but we're drawing way too much attention to ourselves.
It's too late now.
We should just lean into it. I think you're right.
I was not saying that. I was just saying, like, there's no way we can damage control this.
Oh my god. May, you actually noticed something. Tucked into your shoe, the same leg that the kid was tugging on, you see this small folded up piece of paper.
All right, so I'm like, what is that? And I pull it out, and it's like a scroll or something, or is it folded? You said it was rolled up or
It's
folded?
it's like a folded up piece of parchment.
Okay, well, I open it up. Either way.
You open it up, and it just says, "Meet me behind the flaming phoenix tonight. We need to talk."
It doesn't say from who at all. It just says.
It's no, that's all it says.
Do I recognize
I think
the handwriting?
no. Here we go. There is the Fire Lord's insignia is drawn in the corner of it, or the Fire Nation's insignia. A flame is drawn in the corner of it.
It's just on fire.
You pull the letter out. It is
burning.
It is
literally burning in your hands.
What does it say?
It says, "Meet me behind the flaming phoenix tonight. We need to talk."
Okay.
And I think
Alright.
"talk" is underlined.
Okay. I just fold. Let's just say like I rip it up and then I just kind of like throw it into like the nearby garbage. Kind of like
Okay.
motion Ray to kind of start walking around.
I love it. I love it. So yes, May did that. Ling has defended the wagon valiantly against an army of children. But I think both Tato and Haru had walked away, right?
I was actually about to walk away because I was going to be like, hey, Ling, you keep an eye on the cart and the stuff. I'm going to go see if I can find a dumpling restaurant or something. Someone that's looking for like a bulk order of yeast. We can unload all this on.
Well, that's a good that sounds great. Maybe we should also pick up something and then not tell Tesho about it.
All right.
Like in bulk, like it doesn't have to be anything special.
No,
just like
you're thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Switch up what we're selling when we leave that way. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I was also. Are you sure you don't want me to come so that we could, maybe make a profit off of them? I mean, technically, anything we make off of the yeast would be profit.
The yeast was given to you.
It was
It was free yeast. Also, I'm not gonna lie, Ling. I didn't like how you fleeced that old man.
That's fair. It was an instinct.
I understand. I get it. You're literally talking to me. I get the instinct thing.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure he had another coin purse that was just to try to make us feel bad.
Well, it made me feel bad, so worked.
At this point, you hear
worried about you going to go negotiate the sale of the East.
I mean, if you're really concerned about it, you can come with. I'm worried
sure
about
it'll be fine.
Tito.
It's straight. It's literally
and-
straight profit.
At this point, you hear Funk's like, "Oh, for the love of the spirits!" as he pulls out this small child from one of the bags of yeast, who's just fully submerged in it. Off you go, and just chucks him away.
Do you see what I'm saying?
And just runs away.
They're like piranha rats. It's incredible.
We can't lose you here. You got to keep an eye on this thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I want to know where Tato's off to.
Teto has wandered off. So take that as you will, Danny.
Okay, I am taking it as I will. You're passing by many vendors. I think you find yourself in like the merchant square of the town, and people are, they're like trying to like goad you into like trying their various like oils or their food, trying to give you samples. You're trying to dodge as much of the meat samples as you can. Something catches your attention. It's one particular vendor's shack. It's a little like tucked away in a corner, like behind another group of vendor shacks. But this one catches your eye because he seems to just have various just odds and ends, just random things. But you notice behind the counter that he's actually sitting behind, he's sitting and just smoking a pipe. You see behind his counter, a little bit behind him, there's an air glider staff leaning against some of his various things that he has.
Teto will wander up. Wow, cool staff.
Oh, thank you. I found it. If that's what you're wondering, is I have no idea who it belongs to. I'm hoping that someday its owner might come across me. I see you already have one of your own, so.
Yeah, that's really noble of you. Most people who find air gliders like that will try to sell them for a profit, or, in the worst cases, they'll try it out for themselves without having any air bending. That goes really badly.
Yeah, I for one, I'm not an airbender, so it would go very poorly if I tried using it. Is there anything else I can get you, though?
Well, did you find it around here?
Oh, the staff?
Yeah.
I found it just off the coast toward the Eastern Air Temple. The coast facing the Eastern Air Temple.
You think it might be one of those like temple airbender staffs?
I imagine so.
Ever think about taking it back there?
It's quite the long walk as he looks and ponders over toward the mountain pass.
Well, I know some people who might be headed that way. Maybe we can take it there for you.
He looks at you suspiciously. And sorry, I didn't describe this man. He's smaller. He has a hood on, but it looks like he's almost like completely bald or balding. And he has a long gray beard that's like long and slender as he's talking to you. He sort of looks at you suspiciously. I want a plead roll.
It's with harmony. I
With
no longer
harmony.
have a -0.
Yeah, you're so good at harmony now.
No, I'm not. It's a 6.
As much as I'd love to use your assistance to get this staff back to its rightful owner, I only just met you. You're but a stranger to me. I don't even know if I can trust you at all.
Well, We don't need to be strangers. My name is Teto. What's your name?
Pleasure to meet you, Teto. My name is Taigwai.
Hello, Taigwai.
This doesn't change anything else. I'm sorry. I can't give it to you. I have many other odds and ends that might be able to help you.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Teto will start to sort of look through his stall and peruse it. His eyes will go back to the staff occasionally. And he's, interested. There's something about this guy and his air. Teto doesn't quite buy the story that it was just found. And in his mind, if this Taigwai really wanted to return the staff, Teto would think like, oh, just give it to me. I'm going to go there. And he's confused. This is why he didn't do that.
Yeah, I love that. As you're looking around, once again, it's been a trend today. You feel something bump into your back. As you turn around, I'm guessing you turn around.
Yeah.
And you find yourself having to look up because it's that same man in that repurposed Fire Nation armor who was on top of the sheer shoe. Only this time, now that he's standing on the ground, you see just how tall he is. He has to be at least 6 foot, 8 inches, just standing, looking down at you. I guess we just can't help but keep running into each other, huh?
I mean, to be honest, you ran into me.
You got a point.
It feels like you might be taking after your sheer shoe or something. Something wrong with your eyes?
Oh. I think. Oh no, it's not. I wish you had. Is that the best you got?
Well, another one of my bad habits is charming insults of dangerous people.
Oh yeah. Wait. Charming insults are dangerous. Yeah, that's exactly what you just did. Okay, let's do it. Roll. Indulge your bad habit,
Right.
and you're alone.
I'm rolling with a -1. And I got a 9. -1, it's an 8.
So that's a hit. That's a hit. So on a hit, you pull it off and vent your frustrations. Clear fatigue or conditions equal to your survival, which would be 0, unfortunately. I believe you have one condition, yeah. So the growth doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
But you do it. You vent some frustrations. I think he chuckles at that. He goes, say, are your friends not with you? Friend, the fellow eaters?
Would you believe that the demand for yeast was so high that they're super busy?
I have no reason not to, I guess. Sorry, old man. He looks at Taigwai. I'm afraid I'm going to have to take your friend away from you for a little bit. He and I have some talking to do. Taigwai looks at you and at the big boy, whose name we have not even said yet. Because I know his name. We just haven't said it yet. Because no one's asked, right? And he looks back at you, Teto. He goes, Teto, do you know this man?
I mean, I know that he didn't want to buy any of our yeast, even though it's the best price out there, according to Ling.
He looks back at the big boy archer person. I don't think my friend here wants to go with you. The archer just like laughs again, but it's like kind of like accompanied with like this little like snarl. I'm sorry, old man, but I don't think you're in any place to tell anyone what to do, especially me. Come on, kid, let's go.
Oh, Teto's very suggestible.
He like begins to walk away, but turns back to you, sort of expectingly.
I think Teto's gonna follow him. It'll be like, it'll be fine, Taiguai. What's the worst that could happen? He's sort of in wandering mode.
I love it. Taiguai doesn't say anything, but he looks. As an audience, we can see that Taiguai looks like worried. He's like, "This is a very strange interaction I just had. I don't know what's going on." But yeah. If you just follow the guy whose name
Hey,
is.
I'm Teto. What's your name?
Oh, that's hilarious because I was literally just gonna say my name. Let me just think about it for a second.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I mean, like, if you've got a complex, names are sometimes the hardest thing for people to remember.
You know,
do you?
I agree with you.
I know a person like that. I've been traveling with her for what seems like a long time now. She called me Tito once. Not my name.
My name is Nuke.
Hey, Nuke. It's a good name. I'll try not to forget it.
Nuke leads you just to this alleyway. And he finds this crate to sit down on, and he gestures for you to sit down on a nearby crate across from him.
Okay.
All right. Listen, kid. Teto, was it?
Yes.
So here's the thing. I'm just going to lay it out flat, all right? I'm getting paid a hefty amount of money to take
Good for you. You know what? With looks like yours, I'm surprised that you got employment, but you know what? To each their own.
He just sort of like bites his cheeks a little bit, like it looks like he just had to stop himself from just socking you right in the side of the face. All right. As I was saying, I'm getting paid quite a hefty sum to take you guys to the eastern coast. Now, where you guys are in luck is they ain't saying anything about bringing your bodies there, yeah? So, I guess I'm just asking for you and your friends to just make my job a little easier for me. My sheer shoe has your scent. If you guys try to run, me and my friends would just make life a lot harder for you all.
Ooh. Now the vibes have shifted for Teto. And he is contemplating. I think that he was about ready to get out of there, but the comment about the scent makes him stop. Well, Nuke, was it? Nuku?
Nuke.
Fubu?
No, it was Nuke.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot. I was
It's
getting
right.
on you for forgetting your name. Maybe it's just a forgettable name.
Okay.
We're not going to the coast. We're going somewhere else. How about, like, if you want, maybe You can come with us. We'll just change the destination. If you want to travel with us, we can all travel together.
To where?
We're going to go through the mountain pass.
Oh, to the coast?
No, that's not quite where we're going.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I should have been clearer. I'm to take you guys to the eastern coast.
Yeah, we're not going there. We're going to a different location. I think we're at an impasse here.
Okay, I guess you're right. I'm sorry. I don't think
You
basically
don't, do
what
you?
I was trying. Okay, this is. At this point, you see the shoe come up behind him, like nudge his shoulder a little bit, like, "All right, man, come on, it's all right." I know it's. I'm sorry if I made it feel like you had a little bit more of a choice than you did. Me and my friends are just going to kill you unless you just come with me through the mountain pass to the coast and let me turn you into my employer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm amenable to this idea. Like, I'll take it under consideration, but I don't think my friends are. Teto's going to act at this point. So we're in an alley.
Yes, yeah.
I would like to get some sort of like pungent smelling garbage or something and whip it into the sheer shoe's snout and then see if I can escape like up the wall and onto the roof and out of this alley.
Yeah, I think you guys are behind a dumpling shop and there's just rotting bow just in a bag. I think though this is gonna be push your luck because this is a very, very whiskey situation.
Oh, what are we so whiskey?
What are we so whiskey? Oh no.
Snake eyes.
Oh,
Snake eyes. Oh gosh. Snake eyes +1 for a 3, but -2 from guilty. So that's just a straight up 1.
Oh, my cookie. I'd forgotten.
You go to grab the bag, but then the shoe just acts a lot faster than you and just strikes at your arm as you feel yourself go completely limp. And Nuke just goes, I told you we could have gone about this the easy way. And throws a bag over your head and lifts you over his shoulder.
Oh, no.
Tato is once again been kidnapped.
Last time we didn't even know. He came back and was like, yeah, I was kidnapped.
All right.
I wonder what'll happen this time.
We'll get back to Tato.
And I hope so.
Sam, I appreciate you because you're playing your character like a stolen car. And sometimes when you steal cars, you get caught.
What are the yeasty eaters going to do without Teto?
Haru. Let's follow Haru.
Yeah.
So, Haru, you had said that you want to go see if you can trade in the yeast, right, for another product?
I have a plan.
Okay. What do you do? Just tell me what you do.
As we're walking through this merchant area, you said, I'll pull my shirt up a little bit and talk to King. All right, King, I'm gonna need you to steal me like an official merchant's pad that looks like an order list, all right, but blank, right?
And King is just popping clumps of like wet yeast like popcorn. He's so hungry he doesn't know what to eat, but he's listening. He's like,
okay, all right, we'll get some dumplings from where we're going, all right? That's disgusting. It's gross. We'll get some dumplings, all right?
No. He starts throwing them out. He starts spitting it out.
Get the shipment pad from one of these merchants. Give me something to write with, all right? I need a pad of like an official shipment list, like a tracking order.
Okay. Any swan dives off of your shirt down to the ground. I'm gonna need a roll. And I think you might know it's roll. Because basically you're asking King to,
Like as we're walking through, he's
Yeah.
scurrying through. And I want like a blank pad that I can write like a blank shipment on.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, so you kind of want to trick one of the vendors into. You want to commit some minor forgery, and I love it. But I'm gonna need to push your luck.
Okay, that's fine. I will mark a creativity or I mark a fatigue to roll to creativity instead of passion.
Nice.
Is -2 because I'm guilty, but +1.
Y'all are a really guilty party today.
Hey, that is a 9.
You do it, but it costs you to scrape by. So once again, I think at this point King's theme song is just a dum 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 dum. And he's just weaving through people's feet, trying to find the most easily robbable merchant. You're seeing him. You're watching him as he's doing this. You see him find a merchant who doesn't seem to be giving much attention. He's currently working with customers who's paying attention to them. As he goes behind his counter, I think the table this merchant side is kind of like covered by like these like silk like curtains, like tablecloth. As he goes underneath the tablecloth, and you hear like just the classic like cartoonish clutter, a cat snarl, as you see him burst out of the table with this shipping board in hand, like a parchment. As he goes to walk to you, he gets suddenly stopped and falls down as one of the people that the merchant was selling to has shifted his feet and stepped onto the shipping board. And you look up at the person who's stepping on the shipping board, talking to the merchant that King had chosen to steal from.
Mm-hmm.
And you see two individuals. It's a man and a woman.
Okay.
They're standing there. They got flared pants. Just plain open button tunics. Bandanas on their head. They might as well have peg legs and hooks for hands and saying arg constantly.
Real piratey.
Really yeast merchants.
And this is definitely one of the pirates. One of them is one of the pirates that you had seen when you guys are rescuing the sages.
Yeah. Okay. Can I...
But you still do it though. So I think at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you still do it. So I think at some point, King. Yeah, what's up?
I'm fine with somewhat of the complication being like it's within grasp. You're gonna have to find a way to get it out of.
Yeah. Okay, I think I like that because it's just now it's just a piece of paper on the ground, you know.
For sure, like I've found it. It's within grasp, but like now there's an obstacle to actually getting in my hands.
Yes, I like that.
I would like to turn the ground underneath this person's foot to sand.
Okay.
But just enough and quickly enough that just the paper goes under.
Oh, okay.
And then move the paper underground to me.
I was gonna say if you were just turning the ground beneath him to hand, that's definitely just a rely on skills and training. That's doing it. But this is gonna be like a precisely timed.
Yeah. Yeah.
thing. So this is
It's tough.
definitely going to be a push your luck.
Okay. I don't think King can help me in this instance, so
I
I'm
don't think
rolling with
so.
0.
He's sort of stuck.
Just a -2 to this.
All right.
Unfortunately, that is a 6. I rolled an 8 -2. That's 6.
Yeah, man. So I think I already stated the risk of what would happen.
For sure.
You turn just the immediate portion of ground beneath this pirate, this empty moon pirate, to sand. Right? Is that what you wanted to do?
Mm-hmm.
And his right leg and the parchment and King just suddenly just shift down. He goes, "Whoa, what the heck?" As he falls over, and you see the woman standing next to him turn around and look at you and say, "Oh my God," as she pulls out a sword and begins running towards you. You weren't too far away.
Yeah.
This is just a straight up exchange.
Okay. That's fair.
What's great is King's underground, but he's literally a groundhog. It's in his name, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. Let's just do this.
Excuse me.
Let's just do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna choose a combat exchange. I'm not gonna choose one of the stances.
Okay.
Because as this other one starts running towards me, I just
Yep.
quick turn the sand under their leg, or the earth under their leg to sand as well too.
I forgot you have that
Trip 'em up a
damn
little bit.
move.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see.
I'm not by myself.
All right, I think I saw
basically just means-
I saw to choose you what they're choosing. They're choosing advance and attack. I think that was pretty much a given. But you're using winning is everything. Yeah.
Using winning is everything. So it's like I rolled a 10 plus, and I'm favored, and I can choose my techniques from any approach.
Yep. So what do you do?
Yeah. That it means I got to pick 3 things. That's crazy, right?
Let me see.
Yeah, I got to pick 3
favorite
basic or
is-
master techniques.
Yeah, because your favorite.
or a practice technique and a basic and master technique. That's
Yep.
crazy. That's nuts.
Yep. It's
That's
insane.
insane.
That's why combat was almost never an issue for Jingmin.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll just use quicksand. So the earth below them becomes quicksand and they're impaired.
Okay.
And then I will I mean, some rocks will just like hit him in the head and I'll strike him.
Here, a second. All right. Are you marking a fatigue to force him to mark something, or are you just gonna let me choose?
I am gonna mark fatigue to make you mark 2 fatigue.
Okay.
And then
So that was a basic and a mastered.
and I got one more.
One more basic or mastered, right?
Yeah, can I? All right, I'm trying to figure out what this is. I want
Like
to
narratively?
bring. I want to bring King and the parchment up.
I would say that would probably be a bolster. I think that makes the most sense, right?
Okay,
Right? I feel like
I'm fine with that. Yep, I'm fine.
yeah,
with that.
I'm looking at them all. I think that makes the most sense.
Yep. Yeah. Then I'll do that.
All right.
Perhaps, perhaps, since I'm not actually giving a positive status, maybe in that shuffling of the ground, it sinks them a little bit lower, and they become trapped instead.
You know,
Might I suggest
you're,
that?
you're a cheeky little bastard, Justin, and I love it, and I love you, and they're trapped.
Thank you.
All right, let me see. Yep. Okay, so what's funny is you just get to go again because they're impaired, so they choose one for your technique.
Yep. Great.
So what do you do? What's
That's
Nancy choose?
perfect, because that also means that at the end of this exchange, if they don't free themselves, they're doomed.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I think the woman, as you sink her into the ground, she goes, "What are you doing? Fight me like a man. We know how powerful you are." And she's shifting your balance
Fair.
twice towards control because of the ending condition of winning is everything.
Yeah.
After he uses that, they get to call out his Howard's lack of integrity, shifting their balance twice. And now they're doomed too. Yep. Okay.
Well, they're doomed. They're doomed at the end of this second exchange if they don't.
The second exchange. All right, cool. I was gonna say that is insane. That seems insane. I just fully trusted you because I trust
it goes like when they become impaired, the next exchange after that they become impaired.
Oh,
if they
yeah,
don't get out, they're trapped.
Mm-hmm.
If
they're
after
sinking.
the next exchange that they don't become trapped, then they become doomed. But because I trapped them as well, they become doomed immediately.
They is sinking.
Okay. I'm gonna evade and observe.
Yeah. Yes. They are advancing and attacking.
That is a 12. Evade and observe.
All right. Trapped, doomed. Yes.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see his position. I wanted to defend a maneuver. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Cool. I was wondering. I was like, you really set yourself up, but now you're just sort of watching. All right.
I wanted to defend a maneuver. All right,
that's fine.
Sorry.
So you actually go first then.
Yeah.
So
that's a 13 then.
Yeah, dude, you're fine.
Yeah.
So you're definitely choosing to use a position. It sounds like.
Yes, but first I'd like to ready.
Okay.
And I'd like, I'll mark another fatigue.
Yep.
And I will kick the ground so like a fissure happens and makes them sink even further. If I can do that. I'm readying the environment, assigning a fictionally appropriate status to nearby foes, and in this case, I might say doomed.
Let me... You know, it was going to happen anyways, right? Yeah. They're doomed now.
Great.
You jumped to the doomed gun. So you
Then
readied?
Yep. And then I'll take king, and we will seize the position and get out of there.
All right. Sorry,
So
was this
ridiculously
he's a
lopsided.
position to get to king, yeah?
No, I'll just tell king to go. Like, king, we gotta go.
Okay.
He'll grab the paper and come with me. They're trapped and doomed, Danny. How are they going to stop them?
They can't mark. It doesn't say anything that they can't mark fatigue.
How are they going to stop him?
Yeah,
So
they
as
can
you-
mark fatigue, Danny, but how? What do they do?
You can't just say they can mark fatigue. They have to be able to fictionally stop him. They're like literally dying as they fall into sand.
Yeah,
They're like their heads are covered.
Well, let's see what he has to
I
say.
mark of fatigue. As you say, King, run. You turn around, and you see this wall of stone just shift up right in front of you. As you see, this guy's arm is just sticking out.
And there you go. You just fight it.
Are they engaged with me?
Hmm?
They're engaged with me?
Yeah, the woman.
I thought you said I was. I was picturing a little bit of a distance between us.
Well, I said the woman. The woman was closer. I said the woman advanced and attack to just attack you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. They can do their thing now.
They can do your thing, but that's all they can do is just block your Caesar position.
Yeah.
Because they can't mark the 3 fatigue to escape.
Oh, okay. They will mark another fatigue though because they're doomed.
So what's funny is what happens narratively is you initially try to escape, right?
Yeah.
This guy gets the wall in front of you. And you're like, what the heck? So I'm guessing you just go around it. I think he gets like one more wall behind you. And then he just goes and just sinks into the ground.
King and I will escape.
All right. You have a kind of crumpled up, somewhat ripped shipping parchment with you now.
Fair. That's fair.
People are mortified standing around you.
I mean, we're like running through the stall.
Yeah.
Staying.
Okay, yeah. People are still mortified.
It's fair.
Some kids, as an audience, we see some kids will go to the ground that they sunk in and sort of like step on it, like to feel around the ground that they just sunk into. Like, nope. Yep. Nothing there. Yeah, where do you go?
The first big-sized dumpling restaurant that we pass.
Okay. It's called Bow.
Okay.
How did they get the accent on? I don't understand.
It's the accent that gives you the sound.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's just a little picture of Owen Wilson.
For sure. On the way though, like I was writing on there. It's basically just like deliver this many shipments of yeast to to Bow.
To Bow. Okay.
And I'll make sure it says unpaid as well too.
Okay.
And then I'll put a price. I'll put a I don't know. Whatever the price of yeast is these days.
Yeah.
You know?
Is Haru pretty experienced in forgery?
Look, I feel like when you're going on clandestine assassin missions, there's a whole lot of criminal things that you have to be
You're
competent
so right.
with.
You're so right. You gotta write your target the letter saying "Hey boo, come outside. I'm ready to kiss you."
Yeah,
but it's actually you standing there.
It's not a kiss. It's death.
It's a gun. So I'm fine with this. Well, you're also running and doing this on the go.
I feel
It's not
like
as
you're
risky
just
anymore,
jealous. I mean, you're trying to catch Justin up for kicking your butt.
It's a push your luck just because Sam said that.
Come on, Sam.
I'm sorry.
No,
I think I'm bad
is
luck
not
tonight.
This is not a risky situation whatsoever. Just gonna be relying on skills and training.
All right. Okay. Shit, it's a 12.
Beautiful. Yeah. You open a door. I think you this guy standing by the door says, "Welcome to Barrow. What can we get for you?"
No, I'm not here to buy anything. Although, sorry, wait. I will take some dumplings. I'm just here to drop the shipment off, and I'll hand him the shipment paper.
This is a lot of yeast.
I mean, you're telling me it was.
We make rice dumplings. Are we switching our recipe or something? The manager doesn't tell me anything.
They don't tell me anything either. They said, we got this order for this yeast. You got to take it to Gaudu.
Why are you so out of breath? Did you run here?
they told me that I had to deliver it ASAP, and I wanted to make sure that it got to you in time.
Well, thank you for your service. I don't know why I asked you all these questions. I don't care. I'll give this to my manager.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you probably have to wait a while because it's a lot of dumplings, I imagine.
Why is it a lot of dumplings?
Aren't you trading the yeast for the dumplings? I think I got lost somewhere along the way here.
No, I'm just trying to offload the yeast right now.
Okay, you're just offloading the yeast right now. All right,
for sure.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, if I do talk to the manager, maybe I'll see if they've maybe got some steam baskets, a bunch of steam baskets they want to get rid of.
A bunch of steam baskets
for the dumplings.
The manager comes up and you ask him for the steam baskets and he goes, I mean, didn't we already pay for this yeast? I honestly don't remember paying for this yeast, but if you're giving it to me, I imagine we already paid for it.
You did not pay for that yeast. See, it says unpaid right there on the.
Okay, so your boss wants payment in steam baskets?
No, I mean we'll take the payment in the yuan. Do you want? I mean, we're just a traveling middleman here. If there's something want us to sell at the next town, I'm happy to do it for you.
You want the steam baskets?
If you need to sell some steam baskets, I'm happy to do that for you. We've got a pretty robust organization of middlemen, merchants, just passing along things.
Dude, we're at BAM. We got tons of steam baskets.
Great. I need like so many that people will be like, there's no way that person is not just a merchant selling steam baskets.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. If you just go in the back, we have all our old steam baskets that we don't use anymore because they're like discolored, and you can just grab however many steam baskets you want, man. If you don't care about how they look.
No, that's perfect. Can I just get that in writing? I'll have my guys bring the yeast. We'll pick up the baskets. We'll be on our way.
All right, beautiful. He holds out his hand to shake. And
the money as well.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Perfect. All right. Just wanted to make sure this was taken care of. I'll be right back with that yeast.
All right. Enjoy the steam baskets. As you turn around, King looks at them and goes, There's the I've got my eye on you thing for some reason. He's King,
King, why are you doing that? No. They're cool, King.
Yeah, you got the place where you can offload the yeast.
I go back.
Some yeasty business. I want to ask, during all of this, what were May and Ling doing?
Ling's just watching the cart. I don't know. She's just just a small town. Like, we're gonna run into issues, but hopefully nothing crazy happening right now. I'm just gonna hang out by the cart. Should be fine.
I love it. May?
Yeah, me and Ray are just exploring the town a little bit. Like, I'm riding on Ray's back and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think as you're exploring the town, something that catches your attention, it seems to be probably the most what seems to be the most popular tea house here is you see it's a tea house called the Flaming Phoenix, and there are people going in and out of it. It's like a multi-story, it's like a 3-story tea house, and yeah, that seems to be the building that was mentioned in the mysterious note that was given to you. Oh, are you muted? I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, so is it okay if I can I guess assess the situation? I want to see who runs it and why this place, or try to find any kind of clue.
All right, and do you want to like go like in the tea house?
Right now, I have Ray with me, and I'm on Ray's back, so I
Yeah.
kind of want to stay back and kind of see what I can observe.
I love it. I love it. So give me that creativity roll. Let me just look at your sheet real quick. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Nope, yeah, just give me a roll of creativity.
6.
Oh no. Yeah, it's really crowded. That's, as I said, it's obviously a very popular tea house, but I think what were you specifically trying to learn, May?
Why this place?
Why this place? Nothing about it seems out of the ordinary, like at all. It seems like a regular tea house. I think the only immediate thing that could probably come to mind for anyone who would have been offered this message and shown this tea house would be, oh, it's probably because it's like a crowded place, but also he said to meet behind it, so he's not even. So the person who wants to meet you is, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I kind of like nudge Ray to kind of make our way behind the tea house.
Yeah, you get to behind the tea house. There's a door leading into the back of it. It seems to be like where the employees come and go to take out the garbage, to make various shipments in and out of the kitchen or the back area of the tea house. So it's a strike contrast to the bustling like front entrance to the tea house, where like there were some like smaller merchants gathered in front of the front because there are obviously a lot of people going in and out of it, like a lot of like traffic around there. Whereas back here, it's almost like the sheer size of the tea house as well, like blocks off the sound from the rest of the town, and it's very calm and quiet back here compared to the rest of the town. But yeah, you, besides for maybe some of the employees in the tea house going in and out of the back, you don't see anything. It's still like, I want to say it's like late afternoon at this point. So it's definitely not like tonight, but
All right. Do I have anything with me? Like any yeast? Anything?
yeah, I mean, that was a lot of yeast. Maybe you have like some yeast with you. You have whatever's on your person. You're on Ray.
Okay, so
I mean,
let me.
Maybe there's something. Maybe May has something on her that.
Well, like if there's
That's
like
not too
some
crazy
yeast,
that has been mentioned till now. If there's what?
yeah, if there's like some yeast that's like I guess Ray was kind of helping with the transport of, I'll take some of that and go through the back.
Okay. In through the back of the building?
Yeah.
Okay. You go into the back, you see this is like the back of house section, like probably employees only, but no signage, so that's fine. You see they also have like a kitchen that people are working out of too. There's a lot of movement. I think at some point someone takes notice of you and goes, "Oh, how can I help you?"
Shipment for yeast. Told me to come to the back.
Oh, I guess our bread maker ordered some yeast without telling us. Yes, right over there. He points over to like this like pantry portion.
So, as I walk there, do I see anything? Is this like a roll for assess the situation or anything?
I don't think so. I don't think you need to roll. I think let's just play it out. Yeah. So you walk into the back and you see this lone woman standing there, and she's in this like pantry portion of the kitchen, and she has several like loaves of bread that seem to be like either like heating in an oven or like stored in various shelves. She goes, "Oh, I guess I'm. Is that yeast that you have there in that bag?"
Yes, it is.
Interesting. I didn't need any yeast, but I'll take it. I'm sorry. I must have. We had a late
None of
night
us
last
needed
night.
yeast.
nobody needs yeast in the Four Nations. That's why Tuzan gave it to you in the first place. I'm sorry. I must have made an order at some point. What do I owe you?
I was told it was already paid. I just had to deliver it.
Oh, all right, beautiful. Thank you very much. What did you say your name was?
Faye?
Hey, pleasure to meet you, Faye. My name is Joa. I don't know how long you traveled. I don't know if you're just from here. I don't recognize you, but I mean, maybe we just haven't run into each other yet. Can I get you some tea or something? Something on the house?
Sure. Some tea sounds nice.
All right, yeah. She just peeks her head out the window and just screams at someone to make tea. Are you from here in Gaudu?
No, I'm thinking of
So that's-
moving and. Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking. Oh, so you are from Gaudu?
No,
Oh, you're not from Gaudu.
no.
Oh, well, you want to move to Gaudu?
Yes, I was thinking about it, and
Okay. Where are you from?
you know, I it's a really hard question to answer because I grew up in many places, so I don't really.
All right. I'm sorry. You don't need to get
Yeah.
into it at all. How long are you gonna be in town for?
I don't know, like maybe a few days. Trying to find a
Alright,
place
well-
to, plant some roots.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, I can show you around tomorrow. Show you the various sites. Maybe some of the places that might be for lease here. I don't know how this works. I live in this pantry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I love it.
Um,
It stays warm. I have a little
Uh-huh.
bedroll under the table. It's of my own volition. I asked to live here.
Okay.
I don't need to pay a landlord. It works out really well for me and everyone involved.
Yeah, it does. So if you live here, then you probably are familiar what happens here at all, like all hours or anything.
I mean, you can say for the most part, a lot happens in Gaudu, young lady. People come from everywhere to to pass through here and see the mountains, head to the coast, come from the coast. Are you asking about anything in particular?
No, it's just more like the hours. Like maybe I don't know if I decide to move here, maybe this could be a place to work. Seems like it's pretty busy. I know like the hours and the crowd of people. Just
Oh,
a
you want to
safe
work
place.
here?
I don't know yet. I'm testing the
Oh,
waters.
Well, here at the Flaming Phoenix, we're actually open all hours of the day and night. We find just being a town that inevitably people are going to be passing through at any given time. People are going to want a place to stop, rest their head, have some tea, eat some food. So, yes, and with that, we're pretty consistently steady throughout all times of the day. And so, if you're looking for business, you can find business during whichever hours looking for us. We're always looking for help. So,
That's good. That's good that seems like could be a place for me.
Yeah. I mean, I could hire you on as an apprentice, of somewhat of a bread making apprentice. Do you have any? You had a lot of yeast there. Do you have any experience making bread?
No, this was actually from one of my friend's like companies, and he just sent me to deliver this.
All right. What is a company? If I ask, I might be familiar with it.
Wait 1 second. I have to like go back to this chat. Yeasty Yeeters.
Yeasty Yeeters.
At this point, she had already given you tea and given herself tea. She was in mid drinking tea, and she almost chokes on her tea. She hears that. That is, I haven't heard of it, but I'm sure they're up and coming. Thank you so much for the story and for the yeast, Faye.
Yeah, well, thanks for the tea.
Oh no, did Monroe just cut off for anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are we back on track now?
All right, you're back. You're back now. I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know how much you were able to hear, but I just basically thanked her for the tea.
All right, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, Joa smiles. Bids you farewell. Is there anything else you want to do? Is there anything else you wanted to do in the alley behind the building, or did you just want to go back to Ling?
I think I'll just go back to Ling. I feel like I'm just memorizing the layout of everything, basically.
Yeah.
I needed.
I love it. I think at this point then you can join Ling, and I think around that same time, maybe a little bit after, is when Haru, you can start getting back to the two of them as well, or the five of them, I guess, because the sages are just sort of hanging out.
So what's our take?
All right. Here's what I got. I will say I did not do a very good job of staying incognito. I did fight some Empty Moon pirates.
Oh.
But I lost them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
They saw me and then they were kaput after that.
King gives you guys the thumbs up and makes like a new symbol and goes with his tongue out.
So
like
really, you saw them and then they were kaput.
Really, to be fair, absolutely. Yes. They turned around, looked at me for a moment, and then before they knew it, they were head deep under sand. So
well, anyway. Should we should be concerned that Teto isn't here, right? That's a problem.
I mean, maybe he got kidnapped again.
that'd be crazy, May. What are the chances he get kidnapped again?
That's like 2 days in a row.
That is like really the chances of that are really low. So yeah, he's probably just.
I don't think it's that low. I feel like you're both being like deliberately obtuse about our situation. Like there are people chasing us, like many people.
So you're saying you want to investigate it?
Well, yes.
We don't even know where he went, though.
True. I suppose they'll come and find us. Or he'll come and find us. I mean, okay. All right. To be fair to both of you, if Teto is not kidnapped, he will eventually find us. And if Teto is kidnapped, whoever has kidnapped him will probably eventually find us, yeah.
Well, I was going to say Teto might eventually find us.
Oh, that's also true. That's literally what happened last time, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying he got kidnapped and found us.
Yeah, we really didn't even know until after the fact.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I should be worried or not.
Should we be worried now?
I feel like we're being too pragmatic. You know, like
okay. How about this? We should, the three of us, have like a time limit. You know what I mean? That the
Okay.
three of us are like, this is the moment in which we begin to worry about Teto. I feel I'm starting off the conversation. I feel like 24 hours. I feel like if we don't see Teto for 24 hours, something's gone wrong.
I don't know that I've gone
Long time.
24 hours without seeing Teto since I met Teto.
So we think it's less than that.
I think
2 hours, 3 hours,
No, it's longer than that. He's definitely been gone longer than that.
12.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere around there.
All right. 12 hours. When we'll start worrying if we don't find Teto.
But also, we're leaving, right? Are we staying in this town tonight?
Well,
I
maybe
think we
we
gotta
have to.
stay if we're gonna wait for Teto.
Yeah.
That or we look for him now.
Okay. Well, let's put
All right.
the sages in some sort of lodging, right? And then let's look for Teto, because
All right.
if we're at the lodging, we're just all going to get attacked at once and surrounded.
To be fair, you don't just have to put us there. You can just tell us what lodging to find, and we can get a room ourselves. We can get.
I don't
rooms
know
for you
what
guys
lodging
too.
there is. This is the first time I've ever been in this town.
May
Well, the three of you get kidnapped.
Okay. May, Haru, you guys are walking around. Did you run into any inns or anything?
Not any
I was in the
inns.
merchant section.
No.
Plus, if you-
And what time of the day is this? Like, how much
Yeah,
time do we
it's
have
like-
until
It's like afternoon.
nightfall? Okay.
Just a couple hours then.
I got to
Yeah.
drop the rest of this yeast off, and I sold it. So I'll take their sages and find a place for them to stay, and then I'll find the two of you.
All right. I'll just
I guess that
walk
works.
around.
I love it. So the Earth Sages go with Haru.
I mean, I'll come with you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to. So, meanwhile, we cut.
Meanwhile, sorry.
Teto, you have a beautifully familiar view of just burlap right in front of your face.
Of darkness.
But you seem to be sort of slumped and tied in a very uncomfortable position on top of something. You expect it to be the sheer shoe. You feel the weight of several like blankets and things just on top of you. And you hear the sheer shoe sniffing as you see the various just grunts of Nuke riding the sheer shoe. He goes, wait, this doesn't make sense. They should be right here. Are you? Oh, my God. As you just hear the sound of like ground like crumbling. And so I'm like, oh my God, not there. As you hear another very familiar sound. That similar sound, rather. You hear the voice of this woman go, oh my God, you're gonna love to hear this. We found one, but nearly killed us. How lucky were you? A lot luckier than the two of you, I guess. Let me just follow me. Quick time cut. Going through town. There are just endless secluded alleyways in this town as the bag is just ripped off the top of your head, Teto. And you see three individuals standing right in front of you. It's Nuke. And you see two familiar looking empty moon pirates. Oh, you got the airbender. That arguably, Nuke, this is probably the easiest one to get. But all right, come on, guys. It's the one who insert Shirshu names here caught the scent of. You've really got to find a name besides insert. That's a terrible name for a Shirshu. It's I'm thinking of one. Yeah, I got him. Say hi, Teto.
Hi, Teto.
Honestly, he's kind of funny. I'm kind of glad I got him. All right. The woman steps towards you. Teto, where are your friends?
You know what they say? You make new friends every day. If I hang out with you all, maybe we'll be friends, and I can tell you where you are.
Teto, where?
That's my name. What's your name?
That doesn't concern you.
You
Where?
think that insert is a weird name? I think you need to take a long look at yourself.
Can we just get to the point, please? Where are Haru, Mei, Lingrung, Feng, Mohan, and Rihu?
Oh, that I don't know. They've been stuck under a bag for a while. It feels like it's a trend.
Where'd you last see them?
I don't know. Near the best yeast vendors cart in all
Yeast
Gaodu.
vendors? You expect me to leave? There's a vendor here that just sells yeast?
You know, yeast is in demand. Everybody wants yeast.
The pirate dude goes, he's obviously not just gonna give. I think we need to do more than just ask questions. Yuki goes, I'm not. Maybe he just needs to, sleep on it, Maybe he actually doesn't remember where they are. To be honest, I think Teto's been pretty truthful here. Nuke, where did she find you? All right, Teto. My friend and I here, we're just gonna scope the town. You just hang out with our friend Nuke, all right?
Okay. Nuke, you want to play some pie show? I've got some tiles on me.
Sure, but guys, can I untie him? No, you can't untie him. What? And Nuke goes, just I guess tell me which move you're gonna make, and I'll make my move. Do you have a board?
I feel like that'd be revealing my strategy, but we can try it out.
I don't know what to say, man. It's exactly the same as you making your move in front of me.
I mean, I honestly don't know how to play pie show. It's pretty
Me
complicated.
neither. I thought you were gonna teach
make up
me.
a new game.
All right. That's all that happens there. Tato, is there anything you want to try to do? You're tied up to the back of a sheer shoe.
I'll be like, yeah, like I got these pie show tiles in Gaoling. It was a wild match where this guy was actually cheating this other kid out of his game. We came upon them, and Haru, and stop me if you heard this one, buried this guy up to his neck in sand. And I look over at the other two.
Oh, they already started walking away, but I think they hear that as they're walking away, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And Nuke's like, "Oh, that's like that's like a signature move of Haru's, then, huh?"
Oh yeah, most
Yes.
definitely. I've
That's a
seen
cool one.
Yeah, no, I've seen him do like a lot of crazy stuff, and
Yeah.
it sounds like these two got a piece of that action too.
Yeah, look at them. They're so dirty. They're covered in dirt. Look at them. Look at them walking away. The dirt's falling off of them. Hey, look
Yeah,
at
I feel like they need like a water bender and an air bender to get them clean. I know where we can get a couple of those. I've been hanging out with them. I'd like to use Stories of the World.
Stories of the World. Yep, that makes sense. Go ahead and roll creativity.
I got a 9 + 2. It's an 11.
That's an 11. On a hit, they're engaged, interested, and willing to reciprocate. Ask them any one question about themselves or their story, and they'll answer openly and honestly. On a 10 plus, you may also clear a condition or ask a second question.
I want to know who. Oh, can I assume that these are all Empty Moon pirates? Is that what it is?
The two are definitely Empty Moon pirates because you recognize them. This guy seems different. Like I said, he's like wearing like repurposed like Fire Nation armor. I think to your knowledge and what you've heard, this guy just seems like a freelance bounty hunter.
I want to know who hired him.
All right, and you just ask that straight up. I mean, no matter what, they have to answer openly and honestly.
Yeah.
So, and he seems pretty comfortable with you.
Yeah, he does it more slickly than I'm doing it right now. But who hired you, Nuke?
Oh, I thought it's pretty much a given. Palrock, the leader of the Empty Moon Pirates, hired me. Paid me a lot of money, like up front, and promised me more. So, I think she's pretty rich. So I'm excited to turn you guys in and get all that money. But I'm also really excited that I got to meet you.
Yeah, we started off on a funky foot, but sometimes the funkiest feet make the best dance partners, is what they say.
And honestly, Palrock seemed pretty cool. I'm sure that she has nothing too crazy in mind for you guys.
I want to ask my second question.
And then we're like on time. Up on time here. So
What is Palrock doing? Like, why is she? And I think, maybe it's just why does Palrock want the Earth Sages?
I don't know. I honestly didn't even know that there were Earth Sages with you guys.
Oh, you suck. You made me
I'm so sorry.
My second question. I rolled a 10
what
plus.
are you talking about? You can ask me more than 2 questions, Tato. I'm here for a while.
Well, you gotta answer them honestly so that I could get through some of these plot points.
I'm so sorry. She just gave me names.
What names did she give you besides ours, or was it ours? Oh, I feel like I'm asking the wrong
Haru,
questions.
Mei, Lingrong, Tato, Feng, Mohan, and Rihu.
All right, Nuke, I feel like we are perfectly suited for each other, and maybe I deserve that.
Wow. I think that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Can you untie me now?
No, but I can take you somewhere to sleep. And he slowly puts the bag back over your head with a smile on his face.
All right. Till the morning.
We are up on time, but we have several things to get to next week. What's the deal with the meeting behind the Flaming Phoenix, May? What are you gonna do there? Are Tato and Nuke gonna be friends forever, just like Tato and Poe? Is Tato just gonna make a friend in every single town he goes to?
I think that's
what's up with all this yeast. That's your quest. I love it.
Good quest.
And yeast. Wow,
that was great. Yeast.
That was great. That was great.
You know
guys.
what? Ling was here too.
Yeah,
that's good.
Ling held the team. He protected the wagon from all the kids. You did your thing, you know. You did your thing, and I think it's a nice break. What a wacky episode! I was in a wacky mood today, so you know it's gonna reflect.
And that's how it goes.
That's okay, and that's how it goes. But that's all we got for you guys. We'll have to wait to see what happens next week with our crazy wacky crew, the Yeast Eaters. You got anything for our friends back home, Justin?
No, D&D will not be on Sunday this week. It will be on Monday night at this time slot. So we'll see you then. Or we'll see you next week
then
for more After Legends.
Bye.
Bow. Watch K-pop Demon Hunters. Later, cat gators.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Real